Mr. Oluwapelumi shared a moment when his mentor helped him overcome a major challenge in trading.
Of my fashion designer journey, I had ideas, but my work was not consistent. My mentors advised me to focus, on one style and improve my finishing instead of trying to do many things. I followed the advice, improved the skills, and became more consistent. This helped me attract more clients and build my confidence. It shows me the importance of focus and guidance.
A young man shared his insights and advice for those considering hand trading, highlighting the importance of learning hand trading and its significance.
For me, considering to anyone that wants to learn handwork or wants to do it, it helps a lot because after school, you read we have many graduates outside there. They are, especially in Lagos, most of them they are doing conductor with their graduate upon this. They serve Nigeria, but they don't have any work.
Mastering hand trading involves more than just knowing the technical aspects. It also includes personal growth and building relationships. Mentorship is crucial for new traders as it offers the knowledge and support they need to succeed. By encouraging mentorship, we can equip the next generation of traders. Ayomide Odeniyi, Agribo FM News.
Thousands of supporters and members of the Accord today gathered at the Samuel Ladoke Akintola International Airport to welcome Alhaji Oriyomi Hamzat following his return from Abuja, where he received a certificate of return from the party's national leadership. The arrival of the certified Accord gubernatorial candidate attracted a large crowd of party faithful and well-wishers who gathered at the airport to show their support and solidarity. However, Alhaji Oriyomi Hamzat urged supporters to put celebrations on hold, citing the recent abduction of students and teachers in Orire local government area, stressing that his priority remains the welfare and security of the people. Akidigbo FM News correspondent Abiodun Oloyede reports.
Thousands of well-wishers and party supporters today stormed the Samuel Ladoke Akintola International Airport to welcome Accord gubernatorial candidate Alhaji Oriyomi Hamzat following his return from Abuja. Alhaji Oriyomi Hamzat arrived in Ibadan after receiving his certificate of return from the national chairman of the Accord Party, Barrister Maxwell Igbuden, ahead of the forthcoming governorship election in Oyo State. Supporters who gathered at the airport sang solidarity songs and waved party banners as they are happy with the leadership of the Accord candidates. Addressing the crowd shortly after his arrival, Alhaji Oriyomi Hamzat stated that this is not yet a time for celebration because of the unfortunate kidnapping of students and teachers in Orire local government area of the state. He noted that the safety and well-being of the victims remain a priority, added that the government and security agencies must do their best to secure their immediate rescue. Alhaji Oriyomi Hamzat also assured residents that his mission is to serve the people wholeheartedly and work towards making Oyo State better, safer, and greater for all citizens. The Accord candidate further called on his supporters to remain peaceful, united, and committed to the vision of building a more prosperous Oyo State ahead of the elections. Alhaji Oriyomi Hamzat lauded teachers for the closure of schools in solidarity of the abducted students and teachers in Orire local government area of Oyo State. Abiodun Oloyede, Agidigbo FM News.
Meanwhile, the global advocate of Muslims' unity, Bebe Islam, paid a courtesy visit to the Accord governorship candidate in Oyo State, Alhaji Oriyomi Hamzat, at the Broadcasting House in Ibadan to congratulate him on securing the party's governorship ticket ahead of the upcoming election. Speaking during the visit, the deputy chairman of the group, Alhaji Oloye Sulaiman Akonde, said the purpose of the visit was to felicitate with Hamzat following his victory at the party primary, while also offering prayers for Hamzat and for victims of the abduction in Orire local government area of the state. The delegation, led by Alhaji Oloye Sulaiman Akonde and other executives in attendance, including the Chief Missioner Alhaji Ridwanullah Areshegun, and the Mufti of Bebe Islam, Sheikh Sulaiman Kende Mustafa, alongside other executive members, thanked Alhaji Oriyomi Hamzat for his support and generosity to the grassroots and the public. Now it is time to link up with our United Kingdom studio for the foreign news.
News from Kulamza Studio at Gidigbo FM, United Kingdom. I am Olushola Damilola. A police officer involved in the Harry Noah case has resigned after harrowing footage of the 18-year-old arrest was released last night. Nowak, who was a finance student at the University of Southampton, tragically died after being stabbed with a 21-centimeter knife on the way home from a night out. Officers who arrived at the scene came under fire after body cam footage showed them dismissing the suggestion he had been stabbed. Bikram Digwa, 23, who was sentenced to life imprisonment this week after being convicted of murder, lied to police by claiming he had been the victim of a racist attack. However, Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer said there are serious questions for police after release of body cam footage showing how officers responded to the murder of Henry Nowak. Sir Keir Starmer said he will not rule out a wider inquiry into the matter. Indonesia President Prabowo Subianto has fired the head of the agency responsible for his flagship free meals program, which has been plagued by mass food poisoning and corruption allegations. The multi-billion-dollar scheme aims to offer free meals to 80 million school children, but thousands of children across the country are falling ill since the program was launched in January last year, leading to calls for it to be suspended. The sacking of Dada Indayana, an entomologist, comes a week after Indonesia corruption watchdog filed a complaint alleging inconsistency in budgeting across kitchen. And that ends the news from William's studio at Gidigbo FM, United Kingdom. I am Olushola Damilola.
Welcome back. We shall also be moving to our Maryland studio, United States, for more foreign news.
News from Kule Amzat studio at Gidigbo FM, United States. I am Oluwatosin Sonya. Gulf hostilities flared again on Wednesday as Iranian attacks on Kuwait damaged its airport and injured dozens, while the United States military carried out strikes near the Strait of Hormuz with diplomacy to halt the war, showing little signs of progress. The attacks are the latest to test a shaky ceasefire, sending oil prices up more than 2% as the strait remains largely closed more than 3 months after the US and Israel launched strikes on Iran. Flights at Kuwait International Airport were suspended after an Iranian drone and missile attack damaged airport facilities and diplomatic missions, killing one person and injuring more than 60 others, according to Kuwaiti authorities and state media. The Trump administration has decided to discontinue President Donald Trump's proposed $1.8 billion weaponization compensation fund, according to acting U.S. Attorney General Todd Blanche, who informed lawmakers of the decision on Tuesday following significant opposition from Republican senators. However, Blanche stated that a separate agreement preventing future audits of Trump's and his family's past tax records will remain in effect. The fund originated from a legal settlement between Trump and the Department of Justice that resolved a $10 billion lawsuit filed by Trump against the Internal Revenue Service IRS. The lawsuit alleged that the IRS had improperly handled and disclosed its tax records. The proposal was withdrawn from Republican lawmakers, expressed strong concerns that it could jeopardize congressional support for a $72 billion spending package aimed at funding the administration's immigration enforcement initiatives. And that ends the news from Kuli Amzat Studio at Gidigbo FM, United States. I am Oluwatosin Sonya.
Now in the exciting world of sports, reigning champions Nigeria have a full house in their Women Africa Cup of Nations preparatory couple of games camp as opponent Lionesses of the Teranga also arrived in Ikene Remo on Tuesday night. The 10-time champions host the Lionesses in the first encounter on Friday, with the Lionesses playing home and the spirit of the two-legged affair on Monday. Both matches will kick off at 4 p.m. at the Remo Stars Sports Complex, with midfielder Halima Tainde out of the two games. Head coach Justin Madugu has called up Israel-based midfielder Josephine Matthias, and only forward Gift Monday was being expected in the team camp by Wednesday evening. Nigeria, gunning for a record-extending 11 title, will mix things inside out with Egypt, Zambia, and debutant Malawi in Group C of the WAFCON tournament, while Senegal will play host to Morocco, Algeria, and Kenya in Group A of the tournament that is scheduled for 25th July to 16th August in Morocco. This year's tournament will also serve as the qualifying competition for next year's FIFA Women's World Cup finals, with the best of 4 teams qualifying directly to Brazil, while the 50th place team will be involved in an intercontinental playoff tournament for an opportunity to qualify for the finals. To wrap up the news this evening, here is a recap of the headlines. NCC boss warns neglect of teacher education threatens Nigeria's future. Muslim Unity advocate Bebe Islam felicitates with the court candidate Hamzat in Ibadan. Indonesia's parabol fire ahead of female scam plagued by poisonings. Trump administration drops a 1.8 billion weaponization fund after Republican backlash. Full House and Super Falcons camp ahead of Senegal clash in Ikene. And before we go this evening, here is a quick tip. Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom.